Hi, Flosstube! Welcome back to all my returning viewers. Very warm welcome to anyone that is new. My name is Christina. I'm based here in Sweden. This is my channel, Journals and Stitches, where I talk about cross stitch and journaling, how I do it. Please do all the YouTubey things, like, comment. If you like what you see, please consider giving me subscribing. Hit the bell if you want to be notified. I post monthly on the 1st of each month. I don't have a lot of time, so this Flosstube will be done in different clips. And this first clip, which is this one, I'll just give you a rundown of what each clip will be. So first, I'll do all the stats that I usually do. I do have I have one start and I have a finish, start and finish. So that'll be their own little clips. Then we'll talk about temperature stitching and my Formula 1 stitching. Then we'll do all the whips as usual. I'll talk about my next rotation in the clip after that, and then I'll do journaling. And at the very end, for those who don't want to be enabled or who don't want to hear about all the stuff I got at my retreat or anything, don't want to listen or hear about my retreat, that will be in a clip all on its own at the very end. So I'll tell you before I get into that segment, and you don't have to watch if you don't want to. And I will also remind you at the very end that the next video will be posted on the 1st of November, and there we go. So I'm off to work. I'll see you in the next clip. Bye for now. Next clip. Okay, so in this clip, we will do my stats for September. I have a class in the evening, a sewing class for sewing clothes. So hopefully in my next Flosstube, I might be able to show you some clothes that I've made for myself under the guidance of a teacher. So this is something I've made. There are some bits about it that aren't perfect, so hopefully with a teacher, I can make a garment that I am really super proud of. And so yeah, let's get into stats. So starts for September, I have 2 starts. Finishes, I have 1. The number of projects I've worked on in total for September, I've counted it up to 12. It might not be with my start and finish, so 13 technically, but otherwise I have 12 whips. I have calculated from what I could. I have done 8,286 stitches this month. On my stamped kit, I can't count how many stitches I've made on that, so it's not including that one. Otherwise, it's pretty accurate. So let's start. So let's get into the starts. I will do the start and finish because I started something and I finished it in the same month. I have, however, not managed to find the time to get it fully finished. And I don't know the exact name of this kit, but this is my start and finish. It is a Cosmo kit that I got when I was in Japan. and it's all in Japanese. But from what I could understand, it should be maybe like symbols of good fortune or something like that, from what I've managed to understand. The kit comes with everything you need, and there is so much floss. I could easily do this at least one more time. I might actually even be able to do it a third time. It includes that much floss. But this is a kit. It comes with everything you need. Really easy to read chart. It was absolutely amazing to work with Cosmo Floss. Oh my god. It's like, it's smooth like the CXC, but not. It's the quality is like it's just out of this world amazing quality. It was chef's kiss to work with. Even the metallic wasn't so bad, actually. But I'm a glutton for punishment. I really don't mind working with metallic threads. So yeah. But this is a start finish, and the kit even comes with a frame. So that is what this will go into and become a fully finished object in due time. So the next start I have, I highly doubt you'd be able to tell what it is, but this is the start I have. Can you guess? Any guesses? Anyone? It is this way up. No one? No guess? Okay, so this is the start of the Deadly Aquarium Sal from Lola Crow. How she charts it, this is what it'll look like in the end. I have, however, I was inspired by Red Stitchery. When she saw this chart come out, she said, "Oh, I love this idea, but I feel like this would be a rich person's aquarium, so I would think that the frame should be in gold." I'm like, I like your thinking. So I looked in all my projects and found a gold I liked, and I asked the wonderful Zarina at Hawkins Hobbies to help me choose golds that would suit, like a lighter gold, a darker gold, and then a very, very dark color, so I didn't have to use black and in metallics. So she did an amazing job finding golds that suit it. So I think it looks really great. You can really see there are differences in color, but when you look at it, you can see it's shaded, or at least I can. And I'm really happy with it. And the golds are as follows. So for the middle gold, I am using Petite Treasure Braid PB26, which is this. There we go. Catch the light a little. And for the darker golds, I'm using Treasure Braid PB35. It's got a little bit of like dark to it. And for the lighter color or the highlight, I'm using Treasure Braid PB02, which kind of almost looks silver, but a definite gold. And for the shadow or black, I'm using Treasure Braid PB51, which is a really dark brown. So it's looking really great. Can't wait to keep going and see this frame come to life. And then everything else will, of course, be as charted. But the frame, I'm changing to be in gold instead. Okay. So that'll be that clip. I'm going to go grab some more projects so I can show you my whips and whatnot. And I'll be right back. Okay, so in this segment, I usually talk about my temperature stitching. However, I have felt like that has started to become more of a chore than something fun to do. So for now, at least, I've decided I'm not going to keep up with it. I fell off that bandwagon, so to speak, around the middle of September, and at first I thought I would continue throughout September and just finish the month, but I'm just not feeling it, so I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. I have enough going on in my life, so yeah, we're not going to do that. So for now, no more temperature stitching. We'll see if I pick it back up or not. We'll see. So we can instead move on to the stitchy game that I created for Formula One. So we have had 2 races during September. The first race was at Monza. And that one, I mean, relatively well for Ferrari. Lewis had 1 penalty. They finished quite well, got through the qualifying well, no crashes. So that meant I had to do 608 stitches. I ended up doing 662. And for Baku's race, what? Why can't they drive? They are paid to drive a car very fast, sure, but they're paid a lot of money to drive a car and drive it well. And Leclerc just crashes into a barrier. Oh, that cost me 500 stitches. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. So yeah, that was fun. Well, it was a very interesting race. We'll leave it at that. So for Baku's race, I still owe this project 1,131 stitches. I'll get that done over the next week before the next race. And what project am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about a test stitch that I'm doing called Wolf with Glasses. And this is up. So you can see the nose. And this is done 2/1 half cross on 28 count even weave. I think it's called like it is an opalescent even weave hand dyed from Tom and Lily Creations. They are based in France. So for those of us in the EU that are looking for a very nice dyer who does great work, Tom and Lily Creations. So yeah. The designer is Laura Samulione, or on Etsy, her shop name is SolGalerija. I will link her down below. And I started this on the 1st of August 2025. Okay, so let's get into all my whips. So first we have February. It'll look like this finished. And it is done on a 40 count even weave, hand dyed by Coffee Craft Fabrics. And I started this on the 10th of May. I had done 457 stitches, including backstitch. I've kept up with that. And look, R is finished. Well, with the exception of this button down here. So I'm on to B. Yeah. And over here will be the U. Really happy with how that is coming along. Have some drink. Okay. And then we have Japanese fabric sampler number 1. This is what it'll look like finished. It is designed by Annette Schwarzmüller and she has a shop on Etsy that I can't remember what the name of it is. This is done 2/1 half cross on 28 count even weave. I started this the 25th of April 2025 and I did 268 stitches. I can't read my own handwriting. Okay. And that's what we have so far on the first fabric. Yep. Okay, then we have Rebelle. The artist is Karen Hallian. She has her own shop on Etsy. Do go take a look. And this is done 2/1 half cross except for the black frame, which is done 2/1 full cross. And it is on 25 count even weave. Started the 7th of May 2025 and I did during September 168 stitches. I think I worked mostly bringing this frame down, so it's pretty even with the letters. Don't think I did anything else. But yeah, really happy about that. Okay, so Gone to Pieces, one of my rotation whips. Got some love. I'm currently using Karen Waterlily's Umbria. It is amazing to work with. It is so soft and amazing. It is this beautiful, catch the light. Okay, so it is like a green over here, and then it goes into a purplish red. Very pretty. And these down there. And I worked. How do I fold this so you can see it properly? And, okay, so this is what I've gotten done. Everything in this block is what I've done. And as you can see, it's coming out quite nice. So yeah, filling it in, working down here in this area here right now. Yep. And this is a needle minder from Cross Stitch Bunny. I got that from her last Essex Needles retreat. Guess what I love to read? The Spice. It is done on 18 count something fabric. Don't know what it is. Found it at a charity shop a long time ago. Fits the pattern. Okay. Then we have After the Rain. And it is not in a frame, so I can show you the pattern in its entirety as it stands right now. Looks so good. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh, and I don't even have all the back stitching in yet. Oh, it looks amazing, if I do say so myself. Yep. I have gaps here and there to fill in, here and here. Yeah. I have, last I checked, I had like 2,000 something full cross stitches to do. And then I have a ton of back stitching to do. And I need to like adjust the back stitches up here. I've pulled them kind of loose. So I have to go back and fix that. But I have a really big Q snap up there that I will use to do that on when it's actually time to do all the back stitching, which is not now. Okay, next. Okay, so now I will show you my chatelaine that I worked on. In case Nessa is watching this, I didn't do a lot, Nessa, I'm sorry. But I did get some done. I got 199 stitches done. I have been able to get this to work in Markup RXP by doing it in parts. I guess that means it was at some point like a master, I think it was a master class or something that she had done originally. So you can get it, well, you can't get it in parts, but it comes in parts if you want. And so that means I can upload it into Markup as parts, and it doesn't understand a lot of the symbols, what colors they are, because it doesn't do treasure braids or Kreinik or any sort of overdyed thread, but you can find the symbols and it'll tell you where they are, which is good enough. So this is what I've done and what I have. This is all of what I have of the Japanese Zen Moss Garden from Chatelaine. I did these stitches over here in the petite treasure braid, and then I worked with this dinky dye called Coddle Slow, working in this bottom like a sand garden, stone garden, I think, what it's called, filling in this bit, and then I have then the mahogany will come in between, and there's some specialty stitches, and then there's some beads, of course, because there's a shine. But yeah, but I got some work done. Sorry, Nessa, I didn't get more done on this. We'll see when it comes out to play next time. And it is done on a 28 count even weave, as called for in the pattern. I'm not experimenting with a chatelaine. Okay. Oh, I forgot a project. That isn't on my list, but I have it here somewhere. I'll find it. Anyways, next on my list is Beachcomber. This is from Carolyn Manning's Designs, done on 22 count Hardanger, 2/1 full cross. I started this on the 17th of April 2025, and I have done during September 331 stitches, and I will have been showing you what it looks like while telling you who designed it and whatnot. But yeah, I know I worked in up here. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure where I was working. I've tried to work in these threads. Now they're all over the place, but I'll start to just work in areas color by color and work in these threads and get these out of the way. They're done. I don't know what the method is, but I stitch a ways away and then I stitch over it as I go. So they'll work their way in eventually. And then we have Words to Live By. This was Once Upon a Time a Sal by the Tiny Modernist, designed on 28 count even weave, 2/2 full cross. And I started this on the 22nd of April 2025. I have done 476 stitches this month, and I need to sew more fabric on this. I have come to realize that's not even the edge of the pattern. There's like something akin to this beside it here. I'm not sure if I'll add it or not. If I don't add it, I would need to add on fabric in order to frame it, but I wouldn't need to necessarily match up like the holes or whatnot, because I calculated, and if I did everything as in the pattern, I would come pretty much right to here. So I'd probably have to scrap that bit of the pattern, and on this side I would have to do the same so it matches. So I must have really gotten where the middle is really wrong. Because, yeah. This is the edge, well, almost the edge, this middle block, and then there's a little one of this size beside it. Well, maybe I just measured my fabric really wrong in the entirety. Oh well. And then we have Chaos Coordinator, which is this one also on a fabric from Tom and Lily Creations. This one, however, is called Glacier. 28 count. Oh, that's upside down. Here we go. So I've gotten quite a bit done on this. I'm about 1,000 and something stitches from being completely finished. I have one of these Monstera leaves here to do, one on this side, and then it's like one of these spiky bush thingies down here, and I'm done. So yeah, really happy. Then I can have another project finished. Next Flosstube, this will be done. Mark my words. I'm ready for that one to be done. And I have one final whip to show you. It is somewhere here. I will find it. Grab my projects for the next rotation, and so I can talk about that, and also grab my journal so I can show you that, and then we will do all the haul. Okay, so see you in the next clip. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I found my projects. First, let's do the final whip. And it will hopefully, sorry about the glare, look like this. It is in a wonderful bag from Stitchamajig. She's on Etsy. Her bags are amazing. There are actually 2 in my haul to show you. That's how amazing they are. This is done on 11 count Aida. It is done 3/1 full gross using silk threads. I think they're rayon. And I will be glad to get this back on my scroll rods later. I actually have to fold it like this to get everything. And then we can do, okay, like this. Okay, so I will see. Okay, so I have been filling in around here. And I filled in down here. This is all done. And worked over here. So these 2 colors are pretty much done. I think there's like 4 stitches of this color up in this area left. And that's too few stitches to start a new thread. So I'll do that as like the final bit before I need to move further down where there is more. I think it's this, it is, let me find it. So it's this symbol here, like a red slash. Yeah. Oh. So pretty. Look, Nessa. Maybe that'll, maybe YouTube will pick that up as my, what I should use as a photo for this Flosstube. That would be funny. That would be funny. So that'll go back on the scroll rods. Okay, so I won't do plans because I probably won't follow any plans, but for spooky month, I will try a rotation of 500 stitches. I have 5 different projects that I will use. 3 of them you've already seen. After the Rain, I want that done. And that you've already seen. Chaos Coordinator, I also want that one done. Like yesterday, I wanted at work to hang on my wall. And I also want to work on Gone to Pieces. It is one of my oldest whips. It is also, relatively speaking, close to a finish. So I want to keep working on that, keep it moving. So maybe I can actually finish it next year. Don't think I'll get it done this year. So I'll keep those 3 in rotation. But since it is spooky month, I have just the one pattern that is actually spooky. This is the artwork. And it is titled Diner Dreams. The artist is Stefan Koidel. And it is charted by Contemporary Cross. It is done 2/1 half cross. Well, it is now. I started as 1/1 full cross, but unless you really, 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 really look at it, you can't tell. And I started this 2024. Okay, so the 3rd of February 2024. And this is what it looks like right now. I have this first page is completely finished, but I'm not a page by page person, especially now that I have gotten this into Saga, where there is no such thing as pages. Everything is all one piece. So I'm working color by color a little bit. So this is the roof of the diner scene. I think there's a lamp that starts to come in here somewhere. I'll try and do these browns first because there's so much of it. But yeah, that's my only spooky piece. But it is, however, also autumn. And I do have an autumn piece. And that autumn piece is called Autumn Raccoon. The artwork is Amazing Grace Media. And it is charted by Tilton Crafts. I actually have a photo of it printed out. So this is what it'll look like finished. Isn't he cute? Oh, I love him. He looks so cute. Yes. Not so big. Lots of oranges. I'm working in this area up here. And he is done on 25 count even weave, 1/1 full cross. I will probably start to convert this as well to 2/1 full cross because it worked out so well on the other one. You can't really tell. So this is what I have so far. Fold this so you can actually see it. You can see the trees starting to come in. There's some leaves here. I think, yeah, really pretty. This is obviously the outline of the leaf. You can see it. Yeah. Not far to go on this first page finish. I will probably try and get that also into Saga. Unless I already have it there. Work from there. And that is my 5 projects that I will rotate. So see how far I get. If I do anything like last month and do 800 stitches, that should be a total of, so 2,500. I could do each project at least 3 times. That would give me 7,500. No. Yeah, 7,500 stitches. So each project would then get 1,500 stitches at least, with some of them maybe getting a little more attention. And I don't need 1,500 stitches to finish Chaos Coordinator. So that would give me even more stitches to put something else. So I should be able to get some things done. Okay, so let me show you my journal. And after that, I will do haul. So okay, so this, you remember I showed you this. Wait, my son just is getting home. I'll be right back. So the next journal page that I'll show you is this one. I didn't really keep up with the focus bits with the rotation number and what I got done. So as you'll see in the next month, I just cut that out entirely. Temperature stitching, didn't keep up with that, so we'll skip that. Then we have my race game, and so here is Monza. They both qualified all the way through to the end, didn't get pole position, either of them, finished 4th and 6th. So and Lewis had a penalty. I don't think he incurred it during this weekend, but he did have a penalty to serve, so I counted it. Then during Baku, Lewis only made it through 2 of the qualifying heats. However, Leclerc got through all 3, got to all 3, crashed on the 3rd one, which gave me 500 penalty stitches. Thank you. Finished 9th and 8th, so a lot of stitches, but no penalties, which is good. Yeah. So my weeks look like this. I've been quite busy at work. So yeah. Went to the Essex Needles retreat here. So I had some days off from work. I also had Thursday off. This page will be for the Essex Needles retreat. I'll get more into this later in case no one wants to be enabled or feel jealous or whatever. I'll talk about that in the same section as haul. So if you don't want to hear about it, you don't have to. It's up to you. I don't mind either way. Just wanted to show you my journal page. As it stands, it's not finished. I have some photos I'm going to put in. So let me show you October. Spooky month. Use some stickers. I skipped a poem this month. Just haven't had the time to find one. Love this tape at the top. Very fall. These stamps I think are from Temu. Not a stamp person, I've come to realize, so meh. And then we have this month. my monthly plan. I put this tape at the bottom so it kind of like hangs from my calendar. Going to Comic-Con in Stockholm here at the end of October, starting of... Wait, my son's trying to find his phone. Okay, so he's found his phone. Going to take the dog for a walk. So yeah, so this is my month so far. Going to Comic-Con in Stockholm this weekend. Have a busy week, busy month with 3 different Formula 1 races this month. So Wolf with glasses will definitely get worked on. And hopefully get a lot done on it. But not too much. No crashes. And also, we have a sprint this week, this month. So in Texas is another sprint race. So I've set it up for sprint racing. The 3 races, full races here. And here is all the information on my rotation, all the projects that are included in it. And I obviously have a lot of room over here, so at the end of the month I can add up how much I did on each project, if I get a finish, and all that. And then, so I've only started the 1 week. This is my week so far. I'll be heading to Stockholm here for a course for work. I have class today, so I'll need to get some stuff done for that. And no temperature, so I put in some stickers instead to use them up. This came with an order. Don't remember what it was, but yeah. So that's my journaling. So if you don't want to hear about the retreat or my haul, I will say adieu. Adjö. Hej då. See you next time on November 1st, which will be when I post my next video. And no worries if you don't want to stay. I don't want to enable anyone if you don't want to be. Ta-ta. So, did they leave? Are they gone? Those who don't want to be here? Okay, great. So, let's talk retreat first. So, I went to the Essex Needles retreat this past weekend. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. I got to catch up with so many people that I met the last time. Met some wonderful new people. Hi! It was so much fun. I had a great time spent. I just can't believe how much I appreciate it. I was so nervous. I didn't sleep well. I had like weird dreams that I had. I dreamt that I was charged. Someone else had come and said they were me, and it was so weird. Like, oh, they figured it out that I could attend anyway. They could slide me in, but I had to pay first. When I arrived, I would pay 100 extra pounds, and then when I left, I would also need to pay another 100 pounds. Like, why? Okay. And anyway, and I don't know, I just dreamt like weird dreams, so I didn't sleep very well. I didn't sleep in. I got up quite early. So yeah. But all in all, it was fun. Amazing food as always, I guess. I can't really say that this is only my second time, but it was great food. They had cheesecake. I had quite a bit of that. I do love cheesecake. It's amazing. It's my favorite dessert in the whole world. If I could, I'd live off of it. Love cheesecake. So we did a few games. We did bingo. That was fun. Didn't win, and maybe it's just me. I don't think so, because I was sitting next to an American lady. I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not, so I won't. And she also said that was the weirdest bingo ever. So it can't just be me. And we had a lady, we had someone else from the US also. Weird bingo. Okay. We had someone from Canada. And she was also like, this is really weird. But everyone else that was like, that I talked to and asked that were from the British Isles, they were like, yeah, this is how we play bingo. Like, not where I'm from. But this is how they play bingo. Like, what? And as you can see, no bingo. I was closer on some of them, further away on others. Like, yeah, it didn't go well. No wins. But they do, at the retreat, they do a raffle every year, or every retreat. And you can donate prizes, and you then can buy a strip with 5 numbers on each strip. And you then have 5 chances per strip to win something. And there were a lot of prizes donated, which was great. It meant more people could win. I wanted to win. There were several things on that table I wanted to win. So I donated, I think, like 18 pounds in total. However, that meant I got really lucky. I never win. I never win anything otherwise. I always have to have my sister pick the ticket or draw something for me. Otherwise, I never win. My son, he'll have to draw. He has a tendency to win. But me, never. Or extremely rare cases. So I think I thought, okay, with this many tickets, I can win 1 prize. I should be able to win 1 prize. I won 5 times. My number was called 5 times. And at one of the times I said, no, draw again. I think I might have won 6 times, but I didn't record that 6th number. And I'm like, no, draw again. Someone else can go. I did, however. I did go up 4 times. I mean, my number was called. I don't win usually, so like, yeah, okay. I'll go up. I'll pick a prize. Yes. There were candies. There were treats. Yes. So I had a great time. And I have the prizes that I won right here. So and I have the numbers I remember were called that I won are here. So I'm like, yes. Okay. So I won a big box of my favorite Lindor chocolates. This will be eaten. Mwah! Love it. I won a needle minder, and it was the one I wanted. There were 2, but this was the one I wanted. It's with a sewing machine. Isn't that amazing? From Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Yes. Very suitable for me. And I also won Winter Wisdom from Cottage Garden Samplings, and it is part of the Songbird Garden series, number 3. I think most of the seasons were donated to the charity, to the raffle table, or could have been on the D stash. But this is one I really wanted because there was like faith, joy, believe, I think was also one. But this is the one I wanted. I thought it was really pretty, and it is winter wisdom. Really like that. So that was really pretty. Then I actually won a different box of Lindor candies, strawberries and cream, and someone further down the table, I do know her name, but I won't say it in case she doesn't want to be mentioned. And she had just bought this pattern, and so this would be for her a second copy. And I offered, because I wasn't so I was being very, very selfish. I offered her, if she wanted to, if she would trade the pattern for my first box of Lindor candies, strawberries and cream. And she said, yeah, sure. So we traded, and I'm like, yes. It wasn't something I would have wanted to pick, but I don't mind. I thought it was one of the it's one of the Stacy Nash animal crackers, and this one is Miss Hazel, so it is the cute squirrel. Look at that. And so this is how she has, as an example, how you can do the back. So a scissor keep. Really cute. Can't wait to see how she recommends you do everything and put it all together. That'll be interesting. Really cute. And then I won a 10-pound gift voucher with Cross Stitch Bunny. And I used that to buy fabric. She had a box of mystery fabrics. She didn't know what count anything was, what they were, how big they were, nothing. She had Aida in one box and linen and even weaves in one box. I went for the linens and even weaves. And so I picked out 2 different fabrics and paid the difference. And this is one. So maybe, well, yeah, I guess that's pretty accurate. So it's kind of like a gradient, like this purpley blue kind of thing. Really pretty. Really pretty. And then I got an even larger piece of fabric. Just this one. So it's got pinks and yellows and maybe it's hard to get it to show up well. But yeah. I think it also has a bit of purple in it. A little bit. But yeah. Really pretty. Yeah. Really pretty. So those were my prizes. So what should we do next? Oh, we can do gifts. So the lovely Stitching Whippet gave me 2 wonderful skeins of yarn for making socks from the Claude Monet series. And so this one is Hushober in Giverny. Probably not saying that right. But this is the yarn from Opal. I love Opal yarn. And then there is this one, which is Das Haus in Giverny. So that's the painting. And this is the yarn. Lovely. And then one of the stitchers, who is from the Netherlands, she passed out these keychains with the Dutch shoe. They were all in different colors, so this yellow could have been like a red or a blue. I got the yellow one. It was random what you got, and I'm not complaining. It was a gift. Very cute. Pretty. Got the windmill. Yeah, really pretty. And we all got from Blushing Pink Stitches a needle minder for this year's retreat. I have last year's needle minder on last year's retreat start. So this one will go on this year's retreat start. Yay! And so it is, it just says every stitch counts, September Essex Needles Retreat, September 2025. See if it'll, there we go. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so let's do all the haul. Okay, I need to go pick up my car soon. So fast. Oh, we can do, okay, so we'll do Stitchamajig. This is haul. So I got 2 bags from her. This is one, very small, with a small vinyl front. And this is the back. It fits a Mill Hill ornament kit perfectly. So that's what this will be used for. I love doing Mill Hill ornaments for Christmas. And I got a big bag with a witch embroidered on it. Ooh, isn't it lovely? And then you can see back. Love, 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 as Teresa would say. So, D-stash table. I did get some things from the D-stash table. So this was on this table, Japanese angel. I have the Egyptian angel as well. From American School of Needlework, from the Cross Stitch Masterpiece Collection by Barbara Botts. I don't think they have the, no, they don't have an example on the back. But here are some of the other angels. Nordic angel, South American angel, Russian angel. I happen to have the Egyptian one, really pretty. Wouldn't do it as an angel, would just skip wings, but lovely. Then also by Stitching Whippet, she had a bag on the table that was all small project bags and they were free to take. I got the Star Wars one. I haven't shown my son. He'll want me to use this for something for him. So yeah, love Star Wars. And also a Nerd Hoop #2, my favorite size, in green. Love it. And this was also from the Stitching Whippet. A Jelly Roll Quilts book full of great patterns. I have several of these that I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. So this will be fun to use. I do have some jelly rolls I can use to make a quilt. Okay. Haystack stitching, we can do that next. I didn't get much from her. I got some perforated paper, 14 count in white. She only had white, but I could probably use a marker and give it a different color if I wanted to. This is their logo. She was lovely. And I also got some 18 count perforated paper. And I swear I only ordered a few of these, and I think she's given me some extra. Or I could just not remember how many I ordered. But I pre-ordered these because I wasn't sure if she would bring them to the retreat, so I pre-ordered those. They'll be great for ornaments. Yay! Love ornaments. Okay, next. So I had been by Cross Stitch Bunny previously before I won, and I had gotten this needle minder of my favorite villain from Disney. Isn't she gorgeous? Love Maleficent. Got more fabric from her mystery box of linens. Nice green. Not too bad a size. Not sure how big it is. Yeah. Then there was this crazy fabric. Very autumnal. Greens and oranges, yellows. Yeah. Feel all the autumn vibes with this one. I don't have the best light today. Sorry, but I'll do better. If I actually work with any of them, I'll have better lighting. And then this was an even weave she had there. This is more subtle modeling, as you can see. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. As you can see, it's not like really popping in your face, but it's really nice. Feels nice. Good size, so that this is about half. So decent size. We'll see what I can fit on it. And then I got this blue. This is a quarter of it. Nice modeling. This is half. That will be something good. Oops. Sorry. So let's do what I got from so let's do Hawkins Hobby next. So I got the threads from Zarina at Hawkins Hobbies previously. I also got a Nora Corbett Christmas tree from 2010. I thought this was the loveliest of them all. I wasn't too fond of the other ones. Yeah, I got this one. And then, of course, I stocked up on some more kits from Mill Hill. These will all be turned into ornaments, even if it says it's for magnets or whatnot. I'll turn them all into ornaments. And then I got this one. And another snowflake. I love these. These were really fun. And lastly, I got this snowflake. And almost done. Almost next to last shop. And okay, so next to last shop is Love Puppet. I got a needle minder from her, a bee, very pretty. Two more of the Nerd hoops in size 2, a gray and a purple. And I got 2 patterns. So first one is the Blackbird at Dawn and the Rockin' Robin. And these two kind of like face each other if you do it. So my idea, since they both look like they would suit like a winter theme, I would do them so that they face each other on fabric that kind of matches or does match. Yeah, that is my idea. We'll see if it works out and when I get to it. And lastly, I got fabric from Coffee Craft Fabrics because I love her stuff. So this is 40 count, even weave. Let me pause so I can get these out of the plastic and I'll show you so you can see them better. Okay. Lastly, before I need to go grab my car and do all those things. So from Coffee Craft Fabrics, so like a nice neutral gray, 40 count even weave. This will be used for one of my, well, it does have like a bluey gray tint to it. You can see it better in person. It's really subtle. It is 18 by 27 inches, and this will be used for another one of my months from Cricut Collection. This is also an even weave. It is 32 count, 18 by 27 inches. And it is a nice pink or peachy pink. Really nice. With like a bluish gray undertint to it. And then I have this one. It is a opalescent linen 32 count, 18 by 27 inches. It does have mottling, I think, or maybe not, but it might be pretty evenly dyed. But it's like in this terracotta color. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. So you can see the sparkles. Really nice. And then I have an even weave, 28 count, 18 by 27 inches. And this is like a dingy green, blue-green color. So like that, yeah, maybe. You can see kind of the modeling. Here, if I bring it up close. Yeah, okay, so you can see it kind of. Yeah. Don't know what I'll put on it. Maybe something dinosaur themed. Then I have this 28 count linen, also 18 by 27 inches, also like a green blue thing color going on here. So yeah, this could also work for like a dinosaur theme, kind of. I like dinosaurs. They're cool. Or dragon. That could also work. And then I have this lovely yellow, kind of orangey. It's bright, but not like bright. 18 by 27 inches, 28 count even weave. Or no, linen. This is linen. So yeah. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Nope, that'll be in the shadow. Yeah. That washes it out because it's not so bright. It's not saturated. It is very lovely. Maybe here. It's like that. This is pretty true to color. So, not sure what I'll put on that either. But I have it. I sold some things. Brought some things back that I didn't get sold. Yeah. But yeah, I got chocolate. Cool. So, I'll just wrap this up. I know it's been a long episode. Like I said before, I will see you November 1st when I next post. I hope maybe some of my purchases inspired you. Hit me up if you have any of these patterns and you've made them or you want to maybe make them. Do you think any of the patterns I bought would suit any of the fabrics I bought? I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, let's get stitching. And I will see you in a month. Bye!